your basic training, really, it's learn to react, action. They say, you do. You don't ask, you just do. So this is your basic training. They talk about drill, and the Navy doesn't drill a lot, but we do drill, and it's close order drill. You've got to respond now, no hesitation. So that's it. As far as arms or training with arms, you get some hand-to-hand, which is ridiculous in a sense, but you get it. Small arms, 45, that's it. And usually the 40 was a 22 on a 45 frame, and you're using an indoor range. I remember with one fella who was, as a civilian, was a shooter, a handgun, and outshot the instructor, but he didn't do it right. So he didn't qualify. He had to start over and do the way they do it. That's it. And which he did, and he made out all right finally. But, I mean, it was unbelievable to watch him shoot, but it was no good. It wasn't the Navy way. It surprised me, my basic training, the only gun I ever fired was a 45. We're not trained to shoot rifles. We have Marines to do that. See, all naval vessels, that is war vessels or battle vessels, have Marines. That's what they're for. They do the shooting, although the big guns and stuff we man ourselves. So it's interesting. Now, in my first ship, we had 4 3-inch guns forward, 2 3-inch aft, and a 5-inch. We had what would be a promenade deck on a normal ship was lined with 20 millimeter guns and 50 caliber machine guns. Forward and aft, we have what they call 40s. That's pom-poms. You load a clip of ammunition in them and they fire and just keep feeding them. The 20 millimeters work off a drum. But you work on all those. I was first loader on a 3-inch gun for a while, and that's an experience. You have to load that gun at night in the dark. You're in blackout situation, and you put your hand on the breech to find out where it is, where it's elevated, to find out what direction. You have they hand you the shell, you drop your hand in the barrel, shove it in, and the breech closes automatically. But you have to slam that thing home. Well, you do that at night, and you practice on a dummy. You have a 3-inch shell with a projectile with no powder. If you slam it in right, the breech closes, the projectile falls off. If you do something wrong, you've got to fish that thing out of there and start all over again. So that's how they train you. They do a dummy breech on the aft part of the ship, and you go up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It depends on when they get you. That's how you learn to load, because there's no light to load by. You got to learn to swim. You wonder why. I mean, after all, you're in the ocean. Well, their explanation is that if you can swim 50 yards, there's an opportunity you can reach a raft or some flotsam. So you qualify. You swim 2 lengths of the pool, you've made it. Well, I qualified for, I think, about 8 different fellows. You just went in and finally give a name and jumped in and swam your swim, and then otherwise you couldn't get any liberty. So this was done a lot. A lot of fellows qualified. And one of the old chiefs used to say when you first went aboard, he said, "Hell, you're never more than 8 miles from land." Oh, yeah, it's straight down, but it's there, you know, a big help.